Another little excursion to Callaway was thinking maps. Any thinking map schools in here? If you don't have thinking maps in your schools, you need to get it. I'm a big believer in thinking maps. And this is not a commercial for thinking maps, but Google it. Right after you Google me, to see what I'm talking about. But thinking maps brought a consistent quality, the instruction throughout the educational program for all classes and all subjects. Thinking maps was not optional. We were a thinking map school, so we all did thinking maps. Period. Graduate First. Am I familiar with Graduate First? Y'all talking about some of that this week? Okay. Yeah, I got sent to the Graduate First training, and I was a little ticked off because I got sent. I didn't know anything about it. And they told me I had to go. So I went down there, and I started looking around. I can't find the high school principal. So I sat there mad all day because nobody graduates from my school. I'm in middle school. But I got to go to the Graduate First training, and he didn't. But again, another blessing. I knew Graduate First would work when I was sitting there listening to it, even though I was mad I had to be there. And the way I knew it would work is because it was pretty much what we were doing with our RTI program for every kid in our school. A little bit more detailed, but I knew it would work because we were already seeing improvement by monitoring the progress of these kids. We created professional learning communities. I haven't ordered out for any professional development in a long time. We did for the thinking maps, but most of the professional development in our school is derived from data that we gathered during the walkthroughs that I told you about. And if we see there's a problem, a consistent problem in a particular area, or with a particular group of teachers in an area, we develop our own professional development. We're all educated people. We can go, we can find a book. We can find somebody who knows something. We've even got people in our school who happen to be a little experts at this and experts at that. We find exemplars of excellence throughout our school. And we have those people lead professional development with the rest of our staff. Last year I had a group of about three second-year teachers leading professional development with their entire faculty. Not because they looked it up in a book, but because they were the exemplars of that particular element of quality that I happen to be looking for. And who got more out of that? The faculty got a lot of information out of it. But I think it really did a lot for those second-year teachers too. Because they're going to be the people that I'm looking for to be leaders later on, when some of my other folks have passed on to retirement. Probably the most important thing we did was we established a quality RTI system. And I don't think it's perfect just because I helped develop it. I think it's perfect because I think it works. But our teachers meet monthly. Each team meets monthly. And are any high school people in here? Okay, I have no idea how to do RTI at a high school, but middle schools is so easy. Their teams meet monthly. They go over their grades. They go over their benchmark scores. We have a quick conversation about their behavior. If they're SWD, yes, they have an IEP. Yes, there are interventions already in place in that IEP. But we talk about what other interventions could be had. What else can we do to help this kid? If he's not being successful and we're following the IEP, then is the IEP appropriate? Maybe, maybe not. Is it something outside of school These are the conversations we can have, and we have them monthly, so we are constantly checking up on these kids. And if we can do it for 850, it can be done with anybody. It's not too much work. It's a couple extra meetings, but it can be done. And what we found is that a lot of times they're not classroom interventions that are keeping them from being successful. You saw 67% poverty, 30-something% illiteracy. In a lot of cases, our problems begin in the home. People are going through tough times right now. Even, people that used to be middle class are not doing well. That puts a lot of pressure on things at home. Not having any money is a big deal. Trust me. But when we know what the problem is, we can find ways to help address it. It's probably fruitless to spend most of your time worrying about things you can't control. But sometimes there are things you can't control them, but you can address them. And if a kid needs a little extra support, a pat on the back, maybe a food bag on Friday, or a new coat, it helps. Just a little side story. We've got one of these kids, his name's William, and William just got out of the 8th grade. And I don't think William is as happy about getting out of the 8th grade as his teachers are. And William has EBD, but that kind of EBD that's not really oppositional defiant yet. I don't recall him ever really having a teacher that truly liked him, because it was like petting a snake most of the time. I liked William a lot because he amused me. And he would have these moments of being a really nice kid, moments of clarity. They never seemed to be in a classroom. But, he had a lot of things going against him. And, really when he got in the 6th grade, I was really just hoping we could get him through middle school in 4 years. William finally made it to 8th grade in only 2 years. And Miss Benefield here, she has a son. How old is Travis? 17. Well, Travis decided he wanted to lose a little weight. He started getting in shape. Had some clothes that didn't fit him. And Travis is a very fashionable young man. Wears the stuff. Yeah. William has spent time living in a camper. And Travis decided he would give William some of his clothes. William starts coming to school, he's dressing a little better, feeling a little better about himself, acting a little better. William had a good last couple of months of school. And I don't have all my data for this past year because my L's haven't come back to school yet to help me crunch the final numbers.